Paella. It's a delicious Spanish rice dish, and if you've never tried it, well, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Especially today, because today is National Paella Day, and joining us to celebrate is Chef Bryan Patton. He's with the Hyatt Regency in Dallas, and thank you so much for joining us, Bryan. And I got a couple of questions.
Sure.
I lied. I have a bunch of questions.
Go ahead.
What is paella?
Paella is arguably the national dish of Spain. It originated in Valencia.
Okay.
There's a saffron broth based in there. It can be cooked a million different ways. It's Spanish version of gumbo. There's a million ways to cook a gumbo. There's a million ways to do barbecue. Spain is paella. So this one particularly, we've got a seafood paella.
Okay, now when you say seafood, I've been watching you, and it's like basically if it's in the ocean, it's in there.
Almost.
Okay,
yeah.
so what goes into a seafood paella?
So we start with our broth. It's going to be the base of cooking. That's the cooking liquid of the paella.
Okay.
So there's clam juice, there's lobster bodies, there's mussels, there's carrots, celery, onions, garlic, and the most important is saffron.
Okay.
You're going to keep saffron in your broth. You let it simmer and reduce to build the flavors, and then you're going to strain the broth. So you have, it's just broth. There's no chunks of anything in there.
It smells really good and there's a lot of flavors going on in there.
Yes, there are
so
lots of
that's
flavors.
what's going in here, and then what do you put in this?
So you start with garlic, onions, there's fire roasted tomatoes in here, and then you cook all that stuff down with some bell peppers, and you get a nice paste. It's called sofrito, is the paste. And then once that's in there, you're gonna add, if you're doing chicken, you're gonna put your heavy proteins in there. I actually already pre-cooked the mussels and the clams so that they didn't have to go in. You're gonna put your rice in, mix it with the sofrito, and then you're gonna start putting in your liquid.
Okay, anytime somebody makes a dish with rice, I'm always a little worried because the rice sometimes comes out mushy and just gooey and nasty, and it's not a paella, it's a paella. So how do we keep the rice from going wonky on us?
There's a fine line between too much broth and not enough broth. You want your rice to be a little bit al dente.
Okay, what does al dente mean?
Al dente means there's going to be a little bit of bite to it when it's done. So you have to moderate the amount of broth you put in there. You can put it in increments, and when you see the rice is absorbing the cooking broth, give it a taste. And if your rice is too crunchy, then add a little bit more broth. Okay,
cool. Now this. This is how it cooks. Everything cooks in here together like this. So how long do you let that cook for?
This has been cooking for about 20 minutes or so.
Okay, so it doesn't take too long.
No, not too long.
Okay, cool. Well, we've talked about paella long enough.
You want to try it?
I think I need to try a paella.
All right.
All right. Because, my only experience with paella comes from Seinfeld. They had an episode where they had paella, and they had so much paella, they didn't know what to do. They were like, what are we going to do with all this paella? And so
Here you go.
I'm in for some paella. Let's make this happen. I hear stuff sizzling. Y'all at home, you don't realize this smells really good. Oh, all of a sudden I got friends.
Hi, I came to try the paella.
3 minutes ago when there was an interview going on, people were working. Nobody was here. Now all of a sudden I got compatriots.
Here we go. I love seafood, so I'm so excited.
We've been watching all morning. It looks so good.
Oh,
that looks really good.
There's forks for everyone.
I got plates. I'm ready.
You come back to the show anytime. Quick,
it smells amazing.
It's a really good paella.
Let's finish it before Kevin comes back.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And you can really taste all the different flavors of all the different seafood, but nothing is knocking anything else off. Everything tastes wonderful.
Wow.
I just want to thank you, Chef, for coming out.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being here with this fantastic paella. Coming up on Eye Opener.